Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. In this video, we will talk about 5 common mistakes that will destroy your retirement. So make sure to watch the full video. 1. Going too hard too fast. Retirement, you've made it. And one of the rewards for all your hard work is that you can now access your superannuation. Suddenly a world, or maybe helping your kids reduce some of their debt. Of course, you deserve to celebrate your retirement, but bear in mind that your super might need to support you for the next 30 years or more. Eat too far into your nest egg in the early days and use significantly. This is particularly the case in a low interest rate environment. Take Ron and Val. They retire with a combined super balance of $800,000 at an interest. If they spend $100,000 on travel and home renovations and give a further $100,000 to their children, the reduced nest egg will. Planning for big expenses in retirement is just as important as it is pre-retirement. The longer that an expense can be deferred, the longer the. In Ron and Val's case, this might mean scaling back the travel plans a bit, putting off the renovations for a couple of years, and helping their kids by making regular, small gifts rather than a large lump sum. Your super is there to help you enjoy life in retirement, but it's a balancing act. Remember, a little restraint now may allow for more fun later. 2. Envy is staying too conservative. There's a common view that as you approach retirement, you should tilt your investment portfolio towards more conservative investments. This means favoring things like term deposits, annuities, and cash management trusts, while reducing exposure to more volatile assets, such as shares and property. The thinking is that preservation of capital is key, as without an earned income, it is hard to recover from any downturns. In the days of high interest rates, this might have been a good strategy. But when interest rates are low and life expectancies long, being too conservative with investment can see the money running out way too soon. Peter plans to retire on his upcoming 63rd birthday. He has $600,000 in. If his net return is 3% PA, Peter's nest egg will last for just over 15 years too. The problem is there's a good chance Peter will live into his late. To give his savings a chance of lasting until he is 90 to 27 years, chasing higher returns does involve taking on greater risk. However, for a well-designed portfolio, the great moderator of investment risk is time. Even over just a 10-year period, it's much more likely that a growth portfolio will meet Peter's needs rather than a more conservative one. Ensure your nest egg keeps working hard through your retirement. Just because you stop working doesn't mean your money should too. 3. Leaving it to lato. Achieve your goals. Most of us had retirement dreams and couldn't wait to finish work. So once retired, why haven't we started ticking items off the bucket list? There's no time like now for living your dreams. When Tony and Chris retired, they had grand plans involving their great Australian road trip, was happening the very next year after they just got few things out of the way. Things like their daughter's November wedding, then the Kitchen Reno in January. Kakadu wasn't going anywhere. It would wait until July. Eventually, they stopped putting a date on their road trip. They were going to Kakadu someday. But in this fast-paced world, someday can be elusive. 9 years later, Tommy and Chris finally resumed preparations. But then Tommy fell and needed hip surgery, and reality hit hard. The road trip was impossible. Why do we so often put our dreams on hold? 4. IGNL estate planning. Don't have a will. You're in good company. Less than half of Australian adults do. Even then, many wills are out of date or invalid. The upshot is that it's also important to remember that wills are just one component of estate planning. So here's a quick checklist to help you get your estate. If you don't have a will, make one. Consult a specialist estate. If you do have a will, ensure it is up to date and reflects Is your executor willing to take on the role? Have enduring and medical powers of attorney drawn up so someone you trust can act on your behalf and make decisions. Review your superannuation death benefit nomination. Under your will, or they can be paid directly to nominated Look into prepaid funerals or funeral bonds, aside from relieving an increase in your age pension payments. Depending on business and financial structures, family dynamics, pension, rules, and legal requirements, estate planning can be complex. We can assist you to identify the estate planning issues you need to address and the professionals you may need to consult to ensure your assets are distributed according to your wishes and to provide the best outcome for 5. Carrying DBT into retirement. Increased housing costs and low wage growth are seen more. Australians carry higher levels of debt into retirement. Repaying this debt, these may include maintaining an. Fortunately, there are a number of ways by which retirement debt can. If you're still working, increase your debt repayments. It may also, however, bear in mind, tackle high interest debt first. If you're paying interest on credit, mortgage, pay off the higher interest debts from your mortgage account. Already retired? Look at using your superannuation to pay off, downsize your home. This may allow you to pay off debts and still have enough to purchase a smaller home. If this strategy frees up the superannuation incentives available to downsizers, also be aware, as always, it's important to take your personal situation into account. For example, if your mortgage interest rate is low, you have significant investments earning a good return, and you have a long life expectancy, carrying some debt into retirement may be worth considering. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.